All of these things are very, very important to a professional athlete, particularly a professional wrestler, but the training, the diet regimen, the weight regimen, all of these things enter into it too, do they not?
Well, they certainly do, and, I think that's the whole problem in today's society. There's those who want to sit back in their duffs, they don't want to do anything, they don't want to get up in the morning and get themselves in physical condition, and they don't care. And that's why they end up right down here at the bottom of the totem pole. It's awful easy to come out and say, oh, I'm this and I'm that. But, darling, you can look at Austin Idol right here and tell that when I say that I'm in top physical condition and that it's true, yes, I follow a very strict diet, and oh, yes, every now and then I yearn for a little something, but you don't see me sucking down a six-pack of beer. You don't see me eating the hot dogs. You don't see me eating all these kind of sweets and fattening foods. Why? Because this is professional wrestling. It's the toughest of all sports. And if you want to be in the top contention at all times, you have to maintain yourself physically and mentally throughout the entire career.
Well, thank you so very much, Austin. Mr. Ole Anderson, that Buzz Sawyer will now join him as co-holder of the World Tag Team Championship. A very, very fortunate situation for you.
Very prestigious situation. I'm an honored man to be in the same place, in the same squared circle with Mr. Ole Anderson. We plan on keeping those titles in the great company of ourselves.
A lot of people maybe wonder why Buzz Sawyer, not Gene Anderson. Well, Gene Anderson has been injured. I had a choice. Give those world tag titles up, which, of course, I'm never going to do.
Never.
Or get a partner. And I thought, well, I guess the best thing for me to do is to find somebody who thinks a little bit like me, who wrestles like me, and the only guy that I could think of right away, the guy that I've been watching here week after week that fits the bill perfectly is this young man, Buzz Sawyer. A great body, a great wrestler. He's got that ability to go after somebody like a dog hanging onto a bone. I watch his opponents when they're in the ring. They're always in agony.
Right.
I can see the arms being twisted, just like I like to do. Yep. And now we're a team representing the World Tag Team.
What a pleasure it is to have you here again. I've had people comment on our relationship, of how great a combination we make, but I would just like to say from the bottom of my heart, it all comes from wise, intelligent offerings that you have given me, ways to help Kabuki, and I want you to know that I am prouder, possibly, than I have ever been in my whole life to manage Kabuki, and it's all because of you, Mr. Hart. It's truly a pleasure.
One thing I would like to say, it's nice to see that at this time in America we have good young lads such as himself. And later in the show, I have Kabuki here wrestling live today, and I have a little presentation for you. And a little gift, so to speak.
A gift for me?
Yes.
Like Christmas, is it not? I am looking so forward to that. Mr. Hart, it's truly a pleasure, and we have a match in the ring. And I want you to know, though, that I have been studying Mr. Kabuki like you have told me. I have been doing my homework, and there's all kinds of people that don't like that. Isn't that a shame?
Well, before I leave, I would just like to say that you are truly a student of the wrestling business.
Thank you very much, Mr.
You're very welcome. Nice talking to you, Curtis.
Oh, indeed. I guess it has been. Piper, at your request, it's your option.
Thank you, Mr. Soley. I want to just clear up a couple of things here. First of all, people think that I have been knocking you behind your back. I'll give you a chance to catch your breath here. And this is not true. I think that you are a tremendous young wrestler. I think you're one of the best up-and-coming wrestlers that I have seen, and I've been all over the world. I think that you have knowledge, that you have ability and agility, but the thing that bothers me is, and I'm not being smart, Alec, but, having your father with you, I really believe it's kind of like dead weight dragging you down, or sometimes I notice him leaving you out there, and I don't know, I wouldn't be very proud of my father if he was doing this to me. I'm not sure that he's managing you right.
Well, Mr. Piper, I appreciate all the comments you made about me, but as far as my dad being a handicap or dead weight, I think that's not right. No,
but just a second. When I say a handicap, what I mean is he's not picking up his end. He's not tutelaging you in the proper direction because of, I'm not saying lack of guts or that he's stupid, but I'm saying that maybe he doesn't, not that he doesn't care, but he's just not doing it right for you. He's just dragging you. I know he's your dad and you must love me, just dragging you down. And I hate to see it myself because it is your career we're talking about.
Well, Mr. Piper, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I beg to differ with you. I think he's done everything in the world to help me.
Well, Isn't this nice? Just talking about you, Mr. Armstrong, and the talents that we have, this young fella has, and you as a tag team combination. And to be quite truthful with you, I'm not so sure that you're an asset to your son, and I'm not so sure that you're as good as you think you are, kind of.
Well, I've just got, you've always got a lot to say, Mr. Piper. You've said more than anybody could imagine, but I just have one thing to say to you. I have a little advice. I have a good tip for you. If you want to lose about 40 pounds of ugly fat, cut off your mouth, okay?
Yes, well, you see, just that doesn't really bother me, Mr. Armstrong. The fact that you come out and take little cheap shots at that really doesn't make any difference to me, Mr. Armstrong. However, the premise, I notice you come out and you really don't say anything again. All you do is kind of talk real brave, and I don't mind, and you don't matter, and all that super stuff, Mr. Armstrong. But then again, I'm standing here, and you've ran away, haven't you?
I have a little presentation, Song. I'm going to give you something that's been very dear and precious to me for a long time.
That's beautiful.
You have a large hand.
That's beautiful.
This will signify to Kabuki that you and I are as one. Now, if you would, please remove that beautiful camel hair jacket.
I've never been more excited in my life. I want you to know this is the biggest step.
The only person that's ever had this, what you're going to get, has been me. I want you to stick that hand out. Song. Lai Song.
The color of money.
You too have power. Let him see it. Now, you also have the same power that I have. You have the control that I have. Do not let it go to your head. Go as far as you want to go, because you and him together, brother, it is better than me being there myself. Thank you so very much.
That is beautiful. That is the greatest thing that has ever happened in my life. I love you. Oh, this is terrific. There is nothing that a wrestler could ask for more. There's going to be all kinds of people that are going to reap the wrath of Mr. Kabuki by the mind of you. Look at that.
Well, gentlemen, just a minute. Just a minute, gentlemen.
Beauty. Let me tell you something, Garden Soleil. You just witnessed something that's maybe only taken place 3 times in our career. And you make light of Rodney.
I am not making light at all, sir, gentlemen. I would just like to make one comment regarding all of this, is that there are other people who may have some other thoughts about the Great Kabuki, about you, and about Rod Piper. And I certainly think, inasmuch as this time is quite valuable, that we might give a moment or two right now to a gentleman, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and his comment.
Roddy Piper, I'd like to be your mother, you understand? I would like to be your mother or your father just one day, see, because I'll be slapping your ugly face. I'll be slapping your ugly face. Now, you're probably going to be dancing around, getting all excited and everything, getting your bagpipes out and everything. Well, that's real good. Because you got yourself in something that really shouldn't concern you, and that's me and Kabuki. Because Dusty Rhodes and the devil inside him will come out tomorrow night, and I'm there. With my face painted. And everything riding on one thing. Whether I control this situation with Gary Hart. The American Dream, the Tower Power, the man of the hour.
And it's not to apologize for. When I say something I'm ashamed of, I always apologize, but I'm not ashamed of that in the least. But, Gordon, I've got more important things to talk about than Roddy Piper. Brad and I have got some matches coming up in which we've got to defend these national tag team titles against some very tough teams. Very tough teams. So far, we're hanging in there, and we just hope the good luck continues.
Well, I certainly hope it does, too. And, Brad, the best of luck to you.
Well, thank you very much. We'll need it, and hope to hang on these belts.
All right, and let me take a moment right now to talk to this gentleman, 6'9", very close to about 270 pounds, known as the Tennessee Stud, my good friend Ron Fuller.
How you doing, Gord? Nice to be here with you.
Real pleasure to have you back. And Ron, of course, you're traveling the country, the nation worldwide, and you've seen a lot of great competition.
Well, that's right, Gordon, but some of the finest competition in the world is right here in the Georgia area. Honor for me to back has been years forward to participating with some of the finest competition in the world.
There you have it. And coming from Ron Fuller, I can guarantee you that he'll find that competition and he'll make the very, very most of it. Sawyer might add a very upset Buzz Sawyer.
You know who I am, and so does the people.